Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm having a little bit of art block, or I just simply don't know what I want to draw. So as you can see, I have a wheel here that has some things on it, and I'm going to spin it 3 times today, and I'm going to draw this is going to be the topic of what the drawing is going to be basically. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. But actually not though, so I have a warning for you guys. If you guys have misophonia, the fear of mouth noises or people talking real close to the mic or chewing gum, please skip to this timestamp right here, because for the first part of the video I was recording it live while talking and I was chewing gum. My mistake. And see what we get. And it lands on environment, cityscape. Okay, it's definitely gonna be environment, I think. Environment, yes. Okay, so one of the reasons why I chose environment is because I struggle with them. I never draw them, so I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Hi guys, so environment, I decided to draw something summer inspired because I'm actually really excited for summer. Normally I'm a winter and fall person, but summer I'm excited for it to come. So I decided to draw a tropical water beach sandy vibe. So I'm starting here with the horizon line. Also, if I sound weird or am a little quiet, I wanted to make a more low energy, chill, relaxed video. Plus, I'm filming this currently. It's currently 2:29 a.m. so I kind of need to be quiet. But moving on, let's get started with the drawing. So as you can see, I have a black line here. That's for the horizon line. So, and I also have Pure Rough over here. It's a free program that you can just drag images in from anywhere, and it's overlaid over pretty much anything you do. And like I said, it's free, so it's nice to use. Okay, I'm gonna pull, the line needs to come out all the way. And okay, so I like the fact that the beach coming in like this. No, it needs more water. Yeah, kind of like that. And this area will be beach and this will be the water. Okay, so that's a mountain there, and that's nice. Oh, and this was cool. You can have a mountain. Oh yeah, and for this I'm gonna be going a painterly style, so it's not gonna be any line art. Okay, now since I've colored in the flat colors of everything, I'll start with the sky. First, I'll make a clipping group, and this gets a lot brighter. Okay, there we go. I think that's a nice color. And give it a semicircle. There we go. That looks nice. That looks good already. Now the clouds. Okay, I guess that looks good. And then we'll go back to this okay, that's a little too dark. Tints opacity. I'm struggling right here, guys. I am. Nothing's looking good. Okay, I'm gonna start over. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, if you watched my last video, which, thank you if you did, I did a tutorial on drawing clouds, and so I'm kind of gonna take these shapes and try to do the same thing that I did in that tutorial, basically. This is somehow even worse. Okay, we're gonna start over again. I'm gonna look at some of the other clouds. Okay, now that I am back, I locked in and I got the sky looking nice. Now we're moving on to the water. Okay, we'll pretty much do nearly the exact same thing as I did with the sky. We'll take this color, give it like a darker blue gradient. Should get further away. Okay, not that dark. Also, maybe on a multiply layer, yeah. Okay, now I'm going back to the water. Wrong one. Oops. The water one and get. I can't see it. Okay, we need to work on the sand instead first, because the sand's too light. We need a darker color here. Okay, now we're gonna go back here. We're gonna try to do the. I guess that looks okay. It really doesn't, but whatever. Alright guys, so now you're seeing a time lapse, and that's because I said at the beginning of this video I'm going to do 3 drawings, and it's taken me over an hour to work on this beach drawing that I'm doing, and having to cut down an hour's worth of footage to like 10 minutes. I figured like 10 minutes for each drawing, the video would only be 10 minutes, and I feel like that's manageable. But cutting like an hour's worth of footage or longer down into 10 minutes is a struggle. So I decided to stop commentary and just lock in and focus and give you guys a time lapse, and that's what we're looking at. So I'm gonna stop talking and just let you guys watch the time lapse. Alright guys, so here's my finished beach drawing. I think it came out okay. Like I said, I never do environments, so this is actually pretty good for me. You can see, like with the mountains, I got tired of working on this, so I just kind of blurred them out and didn't really work on them. But that's enough talking. Let's move on to the next drawing. Alright guys, now we're moving on to the second drawing that I'm gonna do, and so I'm just gonna spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. What's it gonna land on? What's it gonna land on? K-pop idol? Yes, K-pop idol. Okay, so we're gonna be drawing a K-pop idol, and so because this is kind of just like general, I'm going to bring up another wheel and just bring up my favorite K-pop artists, and then we're gonna spin another wheel basically. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, so I put a bunch of some of my favorite K-pop idols. Here is like the full list of them, and so we're gonna spin the wheel, see who we get. Who are we gonna get? We got Yiren. I might have spelled her name wrong, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll bring a picture of her up and here is who she is. Alright guys, so now we're moving on to the K-pop idol, and I want to apologize. I have looked up how to say her name. I'm still unsure of how to say it. Yiren is, I believe, how you say her name. But yeah, I just want to apologize because I'm probably going to be saying it wrong. So yeah. But I grabbed some pictures of her from Pinterest, and here are the ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much draw this one like this. So this is pretty much going to be what I'm going to draw, but like in my style. I don't do realistic drawings of people. I struggle with it, but kind of anime, semi-realistic coloring though. So yeah, let me guys know in the comments if you guys are K-pop fans. I have been since late 2018, early 2019, I believe. And if you're Everglow fans, it kind of sucks because I did say she's in the group Everglow, but she's not anymore, unfortunately. So yeah. But we're gonna start off with drawing this head shape here. And so yeah, if I sound a little bit more energetic than in the last recording, it's because I'm not, drawing at like 2 a.m. It's actually 6 p.m. So yeah, let's not try to get it perfect first try, because that's just simply not gonna happen. Ear here, there we go. And draw her neck. Get a circle here for the shoulder. And I'm probably gonna regret this, but she does have her hand here. And as an artist, or maybe even a non-artist, you probably know, drawing hands is notoriously difficult. She has a shoulder here, but it's obscured by her hair. So actually, let's get that in. First, we'll draw in the hairline, so we have like a reference kind of to go off of. She has a part in her hair. Now, even though I am more of like a portrait drawer, that's what I'm used to, I do struggle with getting people's likeness. I often struggle with that. And I haven't practiced trying to get people's likeness, so just get like a warning ahead. It might not look like Yiren, or I've forgotten how to say her name again. It's Yiren, I believe. Yiren. But like in English, or like the romanization of it, you would not try to say her name like that, but that makes sense. She is like a Chinese artist, so they pronounce things differently over there. I shouldn't flip the canvas. Okay. Get the little hair strand right here. There we go. Okay. That's the first bit done. We have the basic outline. And I want this to look good, so I'm like really trying to observe everything in the drawing to get it to look as close to Yiren as possible. Okay guys, as you can see, there's been quite like a jump in what I was doing till now. So like to get this video like done, I needed to just lock in and like focus on drawing and not have to worry about talking. So here we are, like I've done like the cleanup sketch and we're on the line art and like I'm coloring in the flat colors right now. So I'm just going to like let you guys watch the time lapse of what I've like done, and then I'll come back towards the end. Okay guys, and now I'm back, and here is what I thought was going to be like the last bit of like work I was going to do on this piece. So I got to this point and I was done. I was going to post it, this was going to be it, but I went back and like looked at like the drawing and I just wasn't happy. I feel like I didn't get her features 100% correct, so I went back and here's what I came back with. And guys, I am so happy with this. Like, this is the best like rendering, specifically like on the skin, that I have ever done. And I was just like I look at it and I just like freak out because I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I did this. So yeah, here is the actual final bit of art I did. I think it came out great. I'm really happy with it. So let's go on and move to the next part of the video. Okay guys, now we're on the final drawing of this video, and I'm just gonna go ahead, spin the wheel, see what category we're gonna get. It's video game characters. Okay, so Like with the last one, I'm going to bring in another wheel with some random video game characters, and it's going to spin it and decide who I draw. Alright guys, and now for the character who I'm going to be drawing now. I did stick to video game like only characters. Like I could have picked like Naruto because like he has a video game, you know, but I stuck to characters who are like only in video games. So yeah, these are the characters who I picked. And so we're just going to spin the wheel. Let's see who we get. Who do we get? We get Goro. Goro Akechi. Okay, so here's the person I'm talking about. If you don't know, he's from Persona 5, and so he is who I'm going to be drawing. Okay, and so like I said, we're going to be drawing Goro Akechi, and if you guys like Persona 5, who's your favorite character in Persona 5? Goro is actually one of my favorite characters in Persona 5 after the main protagonist, but as you can see in the drawing, I have Pure Ref up in the top right, and I'm like the bottom pick is like what I'm going to be like the pose. That's gonna be the pose for this picture. I want like an up close like turn like over the shoulder look, and so that's what we're gonna do. Later on I do get more references because I was like struggling with getting like his expression right and how I wanted it, because I wanted a more like dark and sinister look to this painting. And as you can see, like the picture references that I got of him aren't really giving sinister, and so yeah. Alright guys, I've moved on from the sketch and now I'm working on like the first cleanup. So I've already finished drawing the artwork. Now this is just me doing the voiceover. I struggled a lot with this picture, and if it like during the whole process of me drawing this picture, it felt like a big huge step back from my last drawing, and I don't know why, because like technically this should have been easier for me because it's an anime character. It's what I'm more like, you know, comfortable with drawing. It's in a like somewhat similar position to the other one, yet I still struggled so much. It was very difficult, and not like the pose and like getting like the features down, it wasn't too much of a struggle. Obviously every drawing needs revision here and there, but mainly it was like the coloring that I struggled so much with, and we'll see that later. Right, so now we're on the second like revision of like this drawing. So you can see the one that I was just working on is like the like bluish like color one. And so I struggled, like this whole drawing was a struggle, like I've already said, but the line art and getting like the exact expression how I wanted right was a little difficult. And I've noticed with my drawings recently, I tend to give them like their faces, I tend to make their faces too long, and it's always difficult for me to see that as I'm doing it. Even if like, you know, I do the guidelines and stuff and all that, I still like draw their faces a bit too long, and so I have to fix that later. And like I'm just like adjusting things like here and there and getting like the angles right. And so it was around about this point in time when I was drawing it, and I got an idea for like the lighting scenario that I wanted. And so I wanted like a lighting scenario like really harsh like red light and like really dark shadows like on top. I'll like pop up some like reference images to like show you guys like kind of what I was talking about. And so I wanted to do that, and I tried to do that, and that didn't work. I didn't like it. It was hard to tell that it was like, I don't have any, if I have reference to show you what my drawing was looking like, I'll pop it up, but I don't think I have it anymore, unfortunately. But with everything being red, it was hard to tell that it was Goro, and obviously I'm not drawing him exactly how he is, because I'm drawing him in my style, but like he isn't fully coming across that like as like Goro in my opinion. And so with him, like the drawing itself, the line art not looking like Goro, and then none of his color palette being like you able to see it, it just didn't look right, and it was making me unhappy. And so I restarted it. And so I'll try to skip ahead a bit because I'm just like, the line art's getting boring now. Right, and so I know I just said I'll skip ahead to the coloring, but I'm just showing you guys that this is my third like revision of the line art and how it looks, and like I cropped it a bunch because I wanted like a more close-up focus look like on his face. So yeah, like I'll actually skip ahead to like the coloring part process right now. Right, so as you can see here, these are like the colors I'm filling in the hair and like just like erasing that. I already filled in the skin, but I erased it so I could see the hair easier. And so here's what I was talking about. See how he's all red? I feel like maybe some like diehard Akechi fans would be able to tell that this is him, but for me personally, I could not tell that this like was him. And like looking back at it, I feel like it's not that bad. Maybe I should have changed like the background to be like darker or a different color and I would have liked it more. But yeah, so I'm just like filling like everything in and I'll just like skip ahead again. I'm doing a lot of skipping ahead in this video because the video is already way too long. So I'll skip ahead again to show you what I actually end up doing. Right, and so this isn't what I ended up going with, but this is like a point in the process that I got to or that I wanted to try and make it look like here's a reference image that I was looking at. But yeah, I didn't end up going with this. I tried this, I didn't like it. And so here's what I went with. Because I was trying like extreme like lighting scenarios and I wasn't liking it. I tried to go with something a little bit more muted, a little bit more calmer. And so this is the final drawing that I ended up with. I hope you guys like it because I know for a fact that I don't like it. Like I don't know. I just like struggled so much with it and then the product is not what I was envisioning in my head because like I just don't have the skills I guess to pull it off. But it's a part of art. You're not gonna like there are gonna be some drawings that you just don't like and just they just don't work out. And as artists, we just have to accept that. But this is officially the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye.